welcome to Bedtime Stories with OPL. I'm Miss Beth. Go grab your favorite stuffy, get comfy, and let's hear a story.
Once upon a time, there was a little prince in a country far away from here. He was one of the happiest little princes that ever lived. All day long he laughed and sang and played. His voice was as sweet as music. His footsteps brought joy wherever he went. Everyone thought this was due to magic. Hung about the prince's neck on a gold chain was a wonderful heart. It was made of gold and set with precious stones. The godmother of the little prince had given the heart to him when he was very small. She had said as she slipped it over his curly head, "To wear this happy heart will keep the prince happy always. Be careful that he does not lose it." All the people who took care of the little prince were very careful to see that the chain of the happy heart was clasped. But one day they found the little prince in his garden, very sad and sorrowful. His face was wrinkled into an ugly frown. "Look," he said, and he pointed to his neck. Then they saw what had happened. The happy heart was gone. No one could find it, and each day the little prince grew more sorrowful. At last they missed him. He had gone himself to look for the lost happy heart that he needed so much. The little prince searched all day. He looked in the city streets and along the country roads. He looked in the shops and in the doors of the houses where rich people lived. Nowhere could he find the heart that he had lost. It was almost night. He was very tired and hungry. He had never before walked so far or felt so unhappy. Just as the sun was setting, the little prince came to a tiny house. It was very poor and weather-stained. It stood on the edge of the forest, but a bright light streamed from the window. So he lifted the latch, as a prince would, and went inside. There was a mother rocking a baby to sleep. The little daughter was setting the table for supper. A boy of the prince's own age was tending the fire. The mother's dress was old. There were to be only porridge and potatoes for supper. The fire was very small, but all the family were as happy as the little prince wanted to be. Such smiling faces and white feet as the children had, and how sweet the mother's voice was. "Won't you have supper with us?" they begged. They did not seem to notice the prince's ugly frown. "Where are your happy hearts?" he asked of them. "We don't know what you mean," the boy and the girl said. "Why," the prince said, "to laugh and be happy as you are, one has to wear a gold chain about one's neck. Where are yours?" Oh, how the children laughed. "We don't need to wear gold hearts," they said. "We all love each other so much, and we play that this house is a castle, and that we have turkey and ice cream for supper. After supper, Mother will tell us stories. That's all we need to make us happy." "I will stay with you for supper," said the little prince. So he had supper in the tiny house that was a castle, and he played that the porridge and potato were turkey and ice cream. He helped to wash the dishes, and then they all sat about the fire. They played that the small fire was a great one, and listened to fairy stories that the mother told. All at once the little prince began to smile. His laugh was just as merry as it used to be. His voice was again as sweet as music. He had a very pleasant time, and then the boy walked part of the way home with him. When they were almost to the palace gates, the prince said, "It's very strange, but I feel just exactly as if I had found my happy heart." The boy laughed. "Why, you have," he said, "only now you're wearing it inside."
I hope you enjoyed our story tonight. We have lots of great stories just like it at the library, so come see where your imagination can take you. Sweet dreams!